Hello everyone, it is me Vegeta T23 and welcome back to my new What If. Today we're talking about what if Tarble went to Earth with Goku. Before I start, I'd like to mention that I created a Discord server for you to join. The link is in the description of this video, so if you'd like to join in and talk to me and the rest of my fans, it's there. I'd also like to mention that I created an Instagram so you can survey my very uninteresting life. I mainly post Osu stuff. Now back to the video. In the last part, we discussed the battle between Vegeta and Frieza. Vegeta was overpowered for a bit until Frieza's power started dropping. From there, Vegeta had no mercy and destroyed the Tyrant. After that, Champa set up the Tournament of Destroyers and all that. Tarble and Piccolo took Boo's and Monaka's place accordingly. They eventually won and got their wish to give Champa his own copy of Earth after Omni King got there to berate the two cats. With the recap out of the way, let's continue the what if. Now that everything is back to its normal ways, our boys are just chilling. Goku went to Zeno's palace to play with Zeno and he became friends with the little god. Zeno gave him a button to give him the ability to play with him anytime Goku wants. Vegeta has now become a father as Amy gave birth to a baby daughter Ashalot. All was peaceful and Vegeta finally got used to fatherhood. However, happiness didn't last as long. In the future, Trunks is running away from a foe similar to Goku, to which Bulma dies to save Trunks so he can go back in the past timeline. He makes it just in time as he appears behind Capsule Corp. Since the whole crew is already there, they get startled and decide to take a look. They open the machine and set future Trunks on a table so he regains consciousness. Once he did, he hyperventilated a little, but after seeing that it's not his timeline, he calmed down. Whis, Beerus, Vegeta, Tarble, and Goku looked at Trunks and Trunks mistook Goku for someone and attacked him, but to no effect. Bulma then smacked him on his head and Trunks came to his senses and apologized. He then explained what happened to his timeline and you all know where this is going. Goku Black, of course. At that moment, like summoned, Goku Black appears from his rift and sees Trunks and the rest. Goku goes to fight him and the battle commences. Goku turns Super Saiyan and starts trashing Black for a while. Black then abuses his powers and gets a boost. Black gets stronger with every blow. After a bit, the rift starts reacting and starts pulling Goku Black through, but he still continues to fight and observe. Goku then turns Super Saiyan 2 and then starts trashing Black once again. Time Rift reacts again and starts pulling Black through, but before he gets pulled through, he destroys the time machine. With that, Goku Black is gone, and Trunks is mad because the time machine is gone, and they're thinking on how they're going to repair it. But then, Bulma remembers the old time machine, so she goes finds it and starts repairing it. Meanwhile, he visits Gohan and sees he has a family. He also meets Mr. Saiyan and, well, Hercule just flexes his skills. He then goes back and Mai comes out of the Capsule Corp, and Trunks falls into tears. We then see a pedo Trunks doing his thing. Mai blushes a bit, but Kid Trunks comes out too and meets himself again. With all the commotion done now, Bulma mentions that the time machine is done. They all do the last bit of preparation, enter the machine and depart from there. They enter the future timeline and they see all the carnage that happened there. They then go underground to regroup and on their way there, soldiers fired guns at them, thinking that Goku is actually Goku Black, but after the situation was explained, they calmed down. Trunks then saw Mai is still alive, but critically injured from distracting Black. Vegeta was shocked to see Ashalot was actually alive as well in this timeline. Trunks then asked Goku for a senzu bean, and when he got one, he did the life-saving smooch just like in canon. Goku was confused about kissing much like in the original. Mai recovered and when she saw Trunks, she cried and hugged him. Vegeta then shouted for everyone to move and dropped a capsule which revealed an all-you-can-eat buffet for the people in the room. Everyone enjoyed it and thanked Vegeta. From there, they had no time to waste. They have to assess Black's power, so they go to find him. They shot a blast to signal the comeback, and Black is there in a second. They share a small stare down and then begin the fight. Vegeta goes first and displays Super Saiyan Blue and starts staring Black a new one. Black is having fun getting punched while Vegeta is making fun of him. Black then shows them Super Saiyan Rose and then pummels Vegeta to the ground. Goku then steps up with his Super Saiyan Blue and rushes Black. He gets a similar fate until someone arrives. That someone is Zamasu, and the two start bickering who is supposed to kill the Saiyan first. But then Vegeta punches through Zamasu and continues on the fight with Black. Zamasu heals his gaping hole in the abdomen and rushes Vegeta. Zamasu is handled easily, but the healing ability of his is a nuisance. Black, however, slowly starts catching up to Goku with his abuse of Zankai. Goku is losing his edge in a fight and energy. Zamasu also eventually overpowers Vegeta, having Vegeta down for the count due to, well, exhaustion, and sends him flying into a building. Trunks has a plan and commands them to go back to train and get ready to face the two again. And they do so. Back in the present timeline, they inform Whis about the situation and they get the intel needed. Whis notes how Black had a time ring, and with that, Whis, Beerus and Goku go investigate. In the meantime, Vegeta and Tarble are planning the next battle. They take into consideration Black's misuse of Zenkai and Zamasu's immortality. He comes up with a couple of plans and then goes to train. Back to Goku, they arrive at the Universe 10's World of Kai's. Zamasu goes to greet them. Whis then explains the situation, but subtly. Goku asked for a sparring match and he gets it, knocking Zamasu down. Zamasu now vows to get rid of the mortals, and at this point of the story. During the ride back, they drop Shin on his planet and Goku goes back on Earth with Whis and Beerus. Vegeta asks of Goku to go into the time chamber with him, to the amazement of Goku's. So they go. After about 2 days, they emerge from the chamber and go to Capsule Corp. Bulma readies the machine for them and they go back to the future. They, of course, see Carnage, and they also sense Black right away, as well as Zamasu. Zamasu sends them too and rush to them. They then begin a fight, and this time Vegeta is first and he goes at Black. Goku attacks Zamasu and they're going at it. Energy is violent and destroys the buildings. Vegeta is handling Black really easily, while Black is having problems with him. Black then spews out some shit about mortals and shit. Black is mortified by the power Vegeta is displaying, and to say he is nettled out is an understatement. Vegeta then continues the fight, and Vegeta has overpowered Black big time, and even brings him to the brink of death. Vegeta then prepares a final flash and attempts to destroy Black, but he disappears, and so does Zamasu. They attempt to fuse, and they succeeded. At the same time, Shin and Gowasu arrive and see fused Zamasu. Shin gives the two Saiyans Patara to make it fair, and they put them on to fuse. Vegeta is born and he begins destroying Zamasu. Once fused Zamasu was proper dealt with in an instant, the two Zamasus attempted to separate, but can't. He decides to fight as is, but Trunks steps in and fights corrupted fused Zamasu, eventually cutting him in half. However, despite the death of one Zamasu, one is immortal, remember, and is engulfing the whole universe in his own presence. The guys attack, but nothing happens. Absolute Zamasu then proceeds to trash the entire Earth. Despite their best efforts, they really can't do anything. Except one thing. Goku's Zeno button. He knows he has something in his pocket and pulls it out, telling Zamasu is the end of the road for him. Pressing the button, Zeno appears and Goku explains, and Zeno proceeds to destroy now absolute Zamasu. They make it back just in time to escape the destruction. Goku asks to be taken back to pick future Zeno up, and they do so. Now, not only present Zeno has a friend, but they got rid of the enemy sooner because the events evolved a bit later than canon. With that, they're back to their training. And with that, we're leaving things be for now. Thank you for watching. If you think I'll never repair my car, then click dislike, but if you liked the video, hit that like button. If you'd like me to cover your idea in the near future, comment down below, and as always, peace out.